the sunshine. Look on my works, they're pretty sweet. The rest of history is obsolete. This whole place was a lousy disgrace before I came along to lead. I gave chase to the weak and the fake and scattered them away like sheep. My earthly frame will soon dissolve. They'll build a statue that's a mile tall. The future kings will all despair. They'll gaze upon me with a reverent stare. They'll cry to my soul in the sky, searching for my sage advice. But not one in the ages to come will ever reach my soaring heights. Kingdoms fall and castles crumble, but I will never disappear. Fortunes fade and legends stumble, but I will reign 1,000 years, 1,000 years. Now some say that I'm petty and vain. I know you are, but what am I? I'm too strong to ever be wrong, so God is clearly on my side. Kingdoms fall and castles crumble, but I will never disappear. Fortunes fade and legends stumble, but I will reign 1,000 years. Kingdoms fall and castles crumble, but I will never disappear. Fortunes fade and legends stumble, but I will reign 1,000 years, 1,000 years. The breakdown came and now we gotta move on. Our shepherd leads us flock into the new dawn, to a place where we'll be free. They will chase us, so please call me by my number. They don't need to know my name. Camped out in a cabin in the boondocks. Soon we will be headed for the moon rocks. We will shed our skins and lives. We'll transcend our minds, so call me by my number. They don't need to know my name. Blindfolds on our shepherd, he will guide us to the ship, our brethren beside us. All aboard, it's time to launch. We're reborn, so you can call me by my number. They don't need to know my name. Our shepherd, he is passing out the juice cups. blast off to where no one can abuse us. As the planet fades away, only we remain. So call me by my number, they don't need to know my name. Call me by my number, they don't need to know my name. Call me by my number, they don't need to know my name. You're standing there like a statue, so I decided to ask you, do you wanna dance? And then you took my hand and you swung me around the grand old ballroom. You said, it's nice to meet you, now let's get married. I could see you like to boogie down, but if you're looking for a wedding gown, I'm not your suitor. I just wanted to dance. I'm ready, willing, and able to dance you under the table, but I don't want to be stuck in a minivan with a 401k plan and picket fences out on the lawn and deep suburbia. You sure know how to cut a rug, but if you're looking for a cuddle bug, I'm not quite ready. I just wanted to dance. Well, all my friends have got big degrees, they're driving around in SUVs, but that's not the kind of life for me right now. Someday I might find a career and get a car with second gear. Until then I just wanna be clear with you. Well, I'm sorry that I digressed. You look lovely in that dress, so let's go out and shake our butts like no one's watching. Here's my number if you wanna chat. You can keep it or give it back, it makes no difference, 'cause I just wanted to dance. We're here at the start, where the words fall apart, where language is lost in the wind. The syllables sway in an ancient ballet, the meaningless sounds that we sing. Sleep, baby, sleep, baby, sleep till the feeling is gone. Sleep, baby, sleep, baby, everything's new in the dawn. The faces and sounds where the truth goes to drown in the deepest expanse of the sea. Our dreams and our hopes are concealed in codes, and no one would dare hold the key. Sleep, baby, sleep, baby, sleep till the feeling is gone. Sleep, baby, sleep, baby, everything's new in the dawn. Everything's new in the dawn. On a streetcar in Tacoma on a Sunday in July, you're kicking off your sandals as you stare up at the sky. I look at you and fumble for the perfect thing to say, but my nerves get in the way. I've cherished you for ages, but my words were locked in cages, so afraid that you just saw me as a friend. Now I wanna set them free, my fingers clench into the key, but I am frozen once again. Oh, mystery, I'm so afraid of what could be. If the door is closed, should I suppose it's locked? Or should I suck it up and knock? You look at me with patient eyes and flash a little smile. My heart is jumping from my chest and filling up the aisle. I've done the calculations and I've studied all the signs, and I've read between the lines. What if I'm mistaken? What if all of this was taken out of context and I blow it all apart? Would I baffle and confuse you? Would I break it all and lose you at the end before we ever got to start? Oh, mystery, I'm so afraid of what could be. If the door is closed, should I suppose it's locked? Or should I suck it up and knock? So many summers in a time so long ago, we were kids and nothing mattered in the sunshine on the coast. I never would have planned it, but the feeling still expanded into more than just a friend that I adore. Oh, the mystery, I'm so afraid of what could be. If the door is closed, should I suppose it's locked? Should I suck it up and knock? So afraid that you will walk. Before my conscience sake, I have to take a shot. Gonna suck it up and Howdy, buddy, my name is Bob. How are you today? Did you come here looking for a brand new Chevrolet? Well, used is fine, I suppose. We sure do got a lot of those. I got everything you'll ever need. I got V8 engines for the kick-ass speed. I got everything you need, no money down. I'll sell you this Impala for a damn good price. The transmission shot, but the brakes are nice. What's it gonna take for you to drive away in this automobile today? I got great terms on the financing. I got payments that a bum could swing. So step on up and let's make us a deal. Oh, I don't think that I can do that. Oh, I don't think my manager will approve that. Well, I'll take this back to him, but don't get your hopes up, my friend. Get your checkbook out, sir, we've got a deal. You're lucky that my manager allowed this deal. Sign your name right here and here, initial here and here and here and here, and here are your new keys. You're standing on my land with shaky little hands. Your uniform is baggy and worn, your face is cold and blank. From your mother's breast, without a chance to rest, you woke up with a rifle slung across your hairless chest. Grow, sunflower boy. Grow, sunflower boy. They took you away and put you on a train and left you in your callow skin with nothing to your name. And all you feeble boys, you never had a choice. Those fragile men, you speak for them with a quiver in your voice. Grow, sunflower boy. Grow, sunflower boy. Little soldier, please take this pile of seeds and carry them till the bitter end in the pocket of your sleeve. And when you close your eyes beneath the fading skies, in the mud, a pool of blood, a sunflower will rise. Grow, sunflower boy. Grow, sunflower boy. Grow, sunflower boy. Grow, sunflower boy. Be kind to one another and don't give in to fear. That's all that I am asking for Christmas time this year. We've had enough of fighting and dying in the streets. For Christmas I just want a little peace. Be blind to one another, the differences are small. We all have got a cross to bear, we all have got our faults. For once when we're affronted, can we turn the other cheek? For Christmas I just want a little peace. And if the fates should bless us with a moment of reprieve, we all could stand together in the silence and just breathe. Rejoice for all the happiness, mourn for all the grief. It's all that I am asking for this lonely Christmas Eve. Let's shine on one another the light that we have saved, so jealously we've guarded for the coming rainy days. If only for a moment we can make the darkness cease. For Christmas I just want a little peace. For Christmas I just want a little peace. Let's slash Grandma's tires on election day. Let's make her stay at home so she won't have a say. Sally, take her walker while I hide away her coat. Let's make sure that Grandma doesn't vote. Let's slash Grandma's tires on election day. Heard the things she says about the Jews and gays. Around the big Thanksgiving table I won't say a single word, but now let's not let our grandma's voice be heard. Oh me, oh my, Nana makes the sweetest peanut butter pie. Thinks Obama's Sudanese. Let's slash Grandma's tires on election day. Let's save our country's future with a razor blade. A woman's place is in the kitchen, that's what Grandma says, so she can stay there while we pick the prez. Let's slash Grandma's tires on election day. She'll drop the bomb on China if she has her way. I don't care if my stocking is a measly lump of coal. Let's not let our grandma near the polls. Oh me, oh my, Grandma made me booties with some googly eyes. Got Glenn Beck on her TV. T-R-A-N-D-M-A, keep her in the house today. T-R-A-N-D-M-A, keep her in the house. In the twilight of summer, you shook like a leaf, then blew to the ground in a pile at my feet. I picked you up, we fell into place. On the park bench in silence, we spoke with no words. You held me like water to placate your thirst, your lifeboat, your anchor, and your perfect mistake. The white coat of winter you wore like a veil, thin as a whisper but sharp as a nail. The wind on the river is calling your name in a voice so tame. Be light my flickering flame. In the bell tower basement beneath the cold world, the feelings you'd bunched up so gently unfurled. You held me close, I tried to hold on. The next cloudy morning you woke in my arms. I made you some coffee, you showed me your scars, and I knew one day that I'd be your next. The stray light was running, you touched me and said, as young as...
Wow, I'm tiny. That's wrong. Did I? Oh, that doesn't have the... We must have sounds. We must have sounds. There we go. We have sounds. And I'm still tiny. Go like that. It works, kind of. You can see all of the mess now. But that's okay. And the doggo is staring at me. As always, let me know if sound balance is a little bit off. This is the kind of thing I do. Not so much the... I won't say I'm not technologically inclined at all, but it really helps my capabilities when I get feedback from chat right here, just to make sure. Okay, so this is what I was working on. Oh, that's how it... Okay, so there's different settings. There's what I hear versus what you hear versus what... Okay. Yeah. Hi, this is here. Yes, here. Thank you. I see, ooh, 3 viewers here. I'll check that in a second, but thank you, Potato. Since I tend to do things like a little bit offset, specifically so I can, just licking the dresser, okay. Specifically so I can, actually get my hands in here without it being, like, front and center, and then I have to go, like that. I think I'm going to also add chat a little bit because it covers up other stuff over there. Let's see first, see who's here, because I'm perpetually curious. Oh, I see 3 viewers. Whoever is the 3rd person here is not showing up on the list, but you are welcome here. I just don't know who you are. What was I gonna do? Technology. Maybe? Oh! Pop. It's not the best visibility, but I think I'll leave it there for a bit. I was working on this a couple days ago. I was really not feeling okay last night, so I didn't do a stream. But this will be the death card once everything is here, but I just need to push it further so that when it's more pulled back in a different size, it's still really visible and obvious what it is. Because then it can be used for a whole bunch of stuff at different sizes without having to alter anything. It's just going to be what it is. Hello, Muffin. Oh, yeah, Fern is here. Licking the dresser. I mean, she was, but... Oh, I remember something I did not do. So I'm actually gonna put it on the big webcam for a minute and talk to you guys while I get my reference photo up. Because we're going to start from scratch. I'll show you how I use my T-square and stuff. Provided I have that within reach. Should be... Oh. Gonna be another minute. Thank you for being here. Because I gotta be gone for like 30 seconds. Yeah, I need T-square and a couple other things. Okay, just organizing thoughts. T-square. I'm gonna use my tablet for the reference photo because my phone is right there. Tablet, T-square, and for those who don't know what that is, I'll show you what it is because I used to be in big T-square denial. And then I think we're ready to go. One sec. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay.
They let you through the door, but me, I'm walking down the darker road. At least I know what lies in store. In this house, we believe, says a yard sign tucked beneath the cherry tree, and the white picket fence in a cul-de-sac where children play with friends. All the nice white liberals taking walks on the nice white liberal street. Harry smiles and says to Jane, he says, I don't see color, everyone's the same. While Jose is mowing his grass, he commuted for an hour to earn his scraps. All the nice white liberals taking walks on the nice white liberal street. They say intentions paved the road to hell, but I can say we all mean well. 'Cause I'm a nice white liberal myself. Black Lives Matter emblem on her mask. She says, I feel their pain with all of my heart. Yeah, the poor need homes, just not in my backyard. All the nice white liberals taking walks on the nice white liberal street. They say intentions pay.
Okay, that was more than 30 seconds, but this thing. And then this is a T-square, which I needed for, well, I suppose I could have used it for different classes, but mainly this was for the perspective class in college, and it was maybe not the worst class that I had, but it was down there. But this is used to draw entirely across the canvas and basically make the actual viewing box of what the piece is going to end up as. These two got a lot of use in classes and such, and I will never regret art school, particularly because there was tuition forgiveness because they pulled some shenanigans, but kind of learning all the boring rules and then chopping them up and making something actually interesting and useful, which I'm going to show you right now. And this doesn't apply so much to digital unless you want a certain effect, like a box within a box, but I'm going to start with this will be where I grab the reference photos that I just sent myself. In a minute. So I suppose it would be best to do this with a kind of lighter pencil than this, but this is a 6B and I don't care. Okay. So I know that this is bigger than the pieces that I actually do. I think it's 17 by 14, something like that. It came off a pad that was clearly marked, and there we go. It's not straight at all. Start kind of straight. Yeah, this is 14. So instead of starting at the side here, so I need 12, so I know that if I take off 2, 1 on each side, it's 1, and 1, and don't draw a line across, go like, okay, so we have marks of 12 on the sides that you really cannot see on the, oh, you can see these ones, kind of. And then we go with 16, which is, yeah, this is 17, so it's going to be a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch. I just remembered my dream last night. It was very back rooms with alligators. Anyway. Okay. So if you haven't done it like 50 times by now, like I have, then you could label what each point thing is, because otherwise it's going to look very like Hey, those do indeed be marks. Okay. And yeah, this thing. Work. Okay. Like, this thing is not completely flat on one side. Like, it's straight across here, but this has a little lip on it, which you go like this. And it hooks, and then you have to hold it and find where you stuck your pencil. Screw up the tape a little bit. There we go. So making sure that this isn't doing anything weird. It's as flush as possible to the surface that you're on, which is one big reason that like drafting tables are so big and actually like very architectural, I guess. And you take back these, and then you screw it up. So because this isn't down on a table, it's a little bit weirder to make sure things match up, but it works out. Okay. No problem. And then bottom. More tape that needs moved. I don't think this will be a super long stream because I'm still not feeling fantastic, but a lot of the times when I do streaming, it's from the very beginning and I don't get very far in stuff, or it's like digital and something small, or it's something that I have already started and then I'm just continuing it, which I'm happy to show, but I wanted to start something new because also what I learned in the horrifying ordeal of deadlines in school is sometimes you just start it. Start it, and then later you don't have to start it, you can just continue it. That was my philosophy, because sometimes I'd be like, draw the box. Draw the box. You know what the assignment says, it needs to be this big and this medium. Draw the box. And then later, you can say to yourself, like, hey, I already started. Doesn't matter that there's nothing inside the box. I started it. I'm just moving this because I had the lip down here. It would interfere with things. It still works. It makes sure that this thing fits on the top. Yeah. first real art class that I remember taking was not through formal school, but it was like a community. I was gonna say clinic, that's not the right. It was a local thing in like a shared space, and it was for colored pencils. And that was very interesting. We had different teachers almost every time. But that was an eye-opening experience of, like, yes, you can draw what you want, but let's make that guided and then see what people come up with. Thank you for coming to my stream, guys. You get to watch me look for my erasers. Since I use so much dark stuff, this probably doesn't matter, but I like to have the option instead of the necessity of covering it up. Okay. Oh, and then we double check because sometimes I am wrong. 12. 12. Okay, perfect. Okay, looking for... You can hear my voice at the same time as the music, right? I just want to make sure because, like, sometimes there's a doubling effect because I'm listening to the music too without headphones. I seem to have misplaced the vast majority of my lighter pencils, which means I am probably going to, this has some, just mechanical pencil. Come on, you can do it. I sent it to myself, but then I need to log into things that It says on my internet. Oh, dang. Eh. Okay, fine. Maybe we're not good. Tablet. Now you're over here. For a minute. Something in my... Why the heck? Something's making this slow. Ah. Okay. So this is the reference photo that I'm looking at. Eh. Yeah. And if you have not been here before, whether on stream or in the future, I like to use reference photos up until the point where I don't feel like it. Because then it has sort of an anchor in reality, but then I can... like a nicer version of Uncanny Valley, where it's very realistic, but it's not quite... it's realism adjacent. Let me see. Can I pop this out? Cannot pop it out. Ah. There we go. I can see both of you. Kind of want to see what this looks like, especially because I want to make sure you guys can see it. Like this then, just swapping windows. Okay. That'd be weird. Thinking maybe I could figure out how to put this on the screen, but I think that would take more preparation than I have had for this particular stream. If that's something you would like to see in the future, like more of a one-to-one as I sketch something out, sound off, and I will bump that up on my to-do list and my like pre-stream checklist. Getting placement. second reference photo for the other hand. Is it? Nah. Yes, okay. Yes, those are my hands. I own a Louisville Slugger that I keep in strategic places. It's nice and hefty, and I'm pretty sure it's a maple. What if... So I was gonna do just the hands floating, but how about we include the cuffs, because then I can kind of frame things. And then it's not just total black. Hands are very much a trust the process kind of thing. And you just gotta keep drawing them so that you understand the process is like. It's kind of like, I once read somewhere that the reason that starting kids on instruments is the best idea is because they care a little bit less about what they sound like, and then they can kind of get over the whole idea that it's supposed to be perfect in the beginning. And you can just keep going, and then you have enough experience to kind of have a sense of process. I think hands are kind of like learning violin. Yeah, it's gonna suck until it doesn't. Did you burp? You burped. That is the shirt, by the way. Sometimes erasing is the process. Oh, this is Three of Swords. By the way, there was a post on the Kickstarter page about what people would want to see next, because I do have way less than I used to have left, but I do still have quite a few left. And I wanted to know if people had specific ones they would want to see sooner rather than later. And I have the Magician hanging out off screen. I'm not going to be doing that today, but this is Three of Swords. And for people who are a little bit confused right now, I'm doing a very unconventional tarot deck. Still close enough where people familiar with tarot who know it already can still use most of their knowledge base, but I got really tired of seeing decks that were basically just redraws of the traditional decks in a different genre. Like, if you're gonna spend the time to actually create a new tarot deck, why don't you be imaginative? Which I know some of them are not drawn, they are AI, which shame on you, and a pox upon your everything. I started marketing my work before AI was really a prevalent thing, but the main point was because I was seeing kind of a flavor starting of kind of the AI mentality of just buy 500 of something off AliExpress, because, like, who cares? But sadly, it has come to this. I'm just refining, and what I'm actually doing here, which I can probably zoom in a little bit. I said I was going to do it at an angle, but this is detail work, so let me... It's instead of trying to do the entire hand all at once, what I'm doing from the reference photo is looking at the small gaps, because I can see that like the corner of the middle finger kind of meets the corner of the cuff here and overlaps with the thumb part a little bit. And then there's like a little triangle that's shaped like this. One thing that really helps drawing hands is like, hey, they have nails, so let's, because then things tend to be faced the right direction. And again, there these are. I actually have the chat covered up, so I'm sorry if there's questions or anything. I'm gonna, from here to here, the basic lines, and then I'll check chat again. Nope. And this one goes up a certain amount. Something I was talking about a couple days ago is sometimes I don't actually know my process. It's kind of intuitive in many parts at this point, which is a big reason that I wanted to show rather than just try to write it up and tell. I'm sure if there's an interview that asks more specifically about my process, my best answer is insanity. Which, to be clear, I don't think is self-deprecation. There is a certain measure of non-conformity. Just like, I know a lot of people talk about, like, oh, don't go to art school, it's going to ruin, like, the way you do things. Like, no, it taught me how to squish my creative juices further. And very much a, just do it. Learn stuff, and then throw it at the wall. See, that's better. Looks actually like a... I could work with that. Now we take out what is unnecessary. It actually makes it harder to refine. Probably do, and not on this stream, but just in process overall, is figure out the definite outside borders, and then go back in with whatever background I want. It will probably be mostly black because I like it. It makes my hands messy and it's delightful, but maybe black with some texture, but then I'll have something that I can follow and then go back in for subtler things. Yes.
You still have the receipt for that bag of cat food because you got the really big one and I did the small one.
It's in my car.
Okay.
Oh, I bought a tiny cat. Too much food. Yeah. Nope. Wrong. I think what most people call like sausage fingers and like the self-deprecating, oh, I can't draw hands type of thing is they forget the little wrinkles, or they're not quite right. Because instead of being just a tube that tapers at the end, you can kind of see the wrinkles from different angles. They have segments. So as long as you can draw them a little bit separated where it's the pad, and then it's the middle, and then the bottom, without being too exaggerated. You don't want sausage links. That's also how you would do different characterizations of hands. Like Batman hands are very different from maybe even like Baba Yaga Swamp Witch hands. It's how you change up the segments. Because you can do really big knuckles and then teeny tiny segments. That's how you get some kind of character. photos and stuff later. Let me... I know what I could do. There's a grain on this that I think I'm gonna have a go at mostly replicating. That'd be nice. Just to make it clear what it is to more people. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna get refined and probably the background first. And kind of, it's very rare that I do something all the way through like in 1 or 2 days, because I like to, especially in traditional art, not get too far where I can't undo something. And I feel like this might need just a little bit more of something as a composition, but I'm gonna go ahead and show. No beats. Okay. Three of Swords, kind of a betrayal, emotional turmoil kind of thing. And I forget the name of the person who specifically requested that, but this is for you. I will be posting it to the Kickstarter when it's done. It will definitely be done before the campaign itself. And I may also, because someone did request very nicely the Magician, I'm going to show that off a little bit, what I have so far. Yay! Yes, and it's going to be upside down because that's cute. Focus. Yeah. That's also some of what messed me up last night. See, I was looking up reference photos of who this is. Who is no longer with us most of the time. Cool. Thumbnail maybe? Question, question, question. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Whee. There we go. I don't know if that's fisheye or anything, but yeah, those are the ones that I'll be working on, as well as finishing up the death card. I'm open to suggestions on other ones to move up to the top of the list. Everything will get done one way or another. If you want to see the list of things I haven't finished yet, there is a link to the Kickstarter in the caption below. And if you're watching this from the future, thank you very much. I have so much to do, that's why I haven't been doing the more traditional style YouTube videos, but provided the Kickstarter meets its goal, that will very quickly open up a lot of time and energy after it's actually in production. It's for the tarot deck. These are for. Boop. It's for the tarot deck that these illustrations are for. And as I said, maybe half hour ago, maybe, time is an illusion, this deck is meant to be something that is a distinct departure from just redrawing the traditional decks in another genre, because that's a little bit silly, in my opinion. And there's more information on the campaign page, but it would also help me so much to free up time and energy to do more big projects that I have been outlining over the course of this year and have wanted to do for a long time. And what else? My general plan is to, as long as I can get more of the production projects done, to increase the amount of free content and fun stuff and lore and games, because I want to share this with people. And if I can have one hand subsidize the other, that's the ultimate goal, so that more people can participate, more people can get curious, get silly, get imaginative. The website is currently on maintenance because I am revamping a whole bunch of things that will also hopefully convey more of what is flashing before my eyes in fun aesthetic stuff and games and info and thank you so much for being here. And until the end of the year, it is currently December 20th, for those of you who are in the future. Until the end of the year, I am planning on more streams, and because it helps me with kind of positive pressure of people are literally watching me get stuff done. Until then, until the next video, until next fun stuff I want to share, thank you for being here. I need to bite